Hello Pisces, and welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be an Astroflower for the week from the 13th to the 20th of March 2022. If you've been following us on Instagram, you'll know that we had a little bit of a cosmic rays coming through earlier on in the week, and we did pull a few cards to see how it will be affecting your paths. So if you want to follow us on Instagram, please go in the description below. There's also lots of videos about life in the Astroflower, how the Astroflower is set up, so you can follow that. We also have our sister channel, which is called Somatic TV, which also will give you energy updates, how it's working through your chakras and your aura system, etc. So there's plenty of links that you can see in the description below. Let's see what's going on for you here. With these readings. Wow, this is quite a mad reading. We're obviously in your season at the moment, Pisces, and obviously this is really coming through. Wow, it's a topsy-turvy world, you know. It's a topsy-turvy world, and okay, this follows on to your work that you've been doing. I don't know if you've been following any of the videos that we did in the past. And I was saying, leading up to this, because I've been away for 2 weeks. I'm sorry, I've been traveling a lot. That's why I haven't been able to do any videos. So welcome back to everybody who's been watching these. Yeah, so you've done a lot of work over the past month or so. That's what it appears like, where you're putting into place the things you should be doing and what you should be doing in life. And it seems to be coming to fruition. There is a bit of stumbling going on the material side. So here we got the material side, here we got the spiritual side. Here we got how the universe is trying to influence your karmic path, which is these two, on the spiritual and the material side. This is how your guides try and influence your karmic path. This is the guides, how they try and influence your subconscious conversation. This is how you interact with the world around you, and this is what's within inside you. So if you've been applying this, what you've been deciding over this last month and a half, 2 months of how you want life to be, you seem to be at this present time applying that within your life, and it means you will have to say goodbye to certain things, and it might be quite difficult to do that. And we're going to take the material side first. So, you know, on your karmic path, you have the Ten of Swords. Some people say the worst card in the pack. I don't think it is. I think every card can be absolutely awful to you. I only read uprights simply because I don't want to cause too much confusion within you in a way. But the Ten of Swords on this side is where she's walking away, but she's also walking into the wind. It's blowing her hair back. It should be a little bit more the wind of change is coming to you. So if you apply that in your material world, to your job, to your business, you will be able to cut away that dead wood that has not been serving you anything. And if you do cut it away, the universe is sort of saying there is a lot of stuff going on that maybe you haven't really noticed around you. Sorry, let me just check, make sure that's going. Yes, it is. Okay, and so you may not have noticed all those sort of really good things around you. It may be a case that it's not going as quickly as you thought it might be. Actually, you're only the second sign, and I've already done 6 or 7. You're only the second sign that doesn't have the Temperance card in there. But there is a case of waiting there on the Two of Wands, of planning the journey. You've planned it and everything like that. And it's almost as if your guides, it seems to be sort of like your guides sort of turning around to you and sort of saying, do you remember we said that? Do you remember we said we were going to do that? So why aren't we doing it? Let's go ahead and do it. and you're very happy and bubbly about what's going on, certainly on the spiritual front. The spiritual front seems really interesting, which we'll come to in a minute. But on the material side, you might feel a little bit, procrastinating. You've studied, you've sorted the journey out, you want to go off on that journey, and you're still looking for that journey to turn up. But actually that journey is within you. And it looks it at the moment, in order to do that journey, you've got to let go of a few things with the Ten of Swords. If you do let go of it, you're going to have a really, really good week. You're going to feel like this week is such pure happiness. And the universe, with that Page of Swords, Page of Wands, is trying to encourage that sort of feisty aspect, which you do have in you, because you have that cardinal fire that runs up through you, that brings that passion of Pisces alive. Is sort of saying, remember your passions. That's what it's saying. The funny thing is that the page is throwing that wand up in understanding. It's trying to understand things, of how understand your passions. Your guides have caught that passion. They've caught that baton of fire, and they're trying to apply it within your karmic path. They're trying to encourage it within your karmic path. So the universe has recognized the work that you've done and trying to influence you to enjoy the moment, to be passionate about the moment. She's got lots of candles around her, but she's actually focusing on one at one particular time, and she's really happy to do so. So the universe is saying, within your job, if you've got a big plan in your job or your business or your material world of building a house, concentrate on the things at that present time rather than the whole thing. Concentrate on, let's say you're building a house, what color do I want the front room? That sort of thing, and be passionate about your front room. If it's a case of the jobs and etc., it's passionate about getting one thing done after the other. Giving yourself an order and structure to this growth. And in order to do that, you might have to stop doing things that you might have loved doing at the time, but now it doesn't really serve you that much. And in the spiritual and the physical side, the material side, it's a case of having to, move on from that, move on. And it's a bit like growing up, I guess. I don't want to say grow up, Pisces, because that's not a case of this. It's more a case of, in your material world, the things that served you in the past that you might have really enjoyed. So basically, if I was doing painting and I really enjoyed my painting, and all of a sudden people saying, I want to buy your paintings, then I've got to concentrate on how putting my paintings in a scenario so people can be buying it. Which you might have loved doing the painting, but there is that other aspect of being an artist, of getting yourself seen and doing all of that legwork in order to get things out there, and being passionate about selling yourself, and being passionate about selling your paintings and etc. And it might mean you may need to take a rest from doing the actual paintings for the moment. But it doesn't mean you can't come back to it. And it's a little bit like that within the material world. It's setting up, converting what you've done, what you've been very passionate about in the past, and converting it into joy in your everyday life with that sun, and stop procrastinating about doing it, I guess. And just go ahead and do it. Trust in the process. This Judgment card will help you do that. Within you, you have that ability of judgment within you. And if you do have that within you, you can apply it in the world around you, which will help you to progress a lot more on the physical front. So you'll be a little bit less disappointed that you're not moving on as fast as you should be. On the spiritual front, you've decided how you want this to be with that Emperor. You've done a lot of work and you said, I like this, I don't like that. Therefore, I'm going to do more of this and not of that. Yeah? the universe is asking you to still look at things in that perspective, in a different way of what you've been doing it in the past. Understanding that the hangman is, usually hanging from the sort of the tree of knowledge. So it's the understanding of what you've lived up to now. And that is, yes, you're trying to apply it, and you've got to apply it in your karmic path. And it's sort of saying, I think it's more a case of here, it's not asking you to look at things in a different way, but much more in a case of kind of saying, a little bit like on this side as well, on the material side, don't forget what you decided whilst you were looking at life in a different way. What do you want to experience emotionally through your world? And this year seems to be much more based upon an emotional sort of side rather than the physical sort of side. So it's asking you to stay true to that inner vision that you've had before in your life and how to progress it even further. Your guides is coming through with the Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is also a little bit the idea that building on knowledge or expertise in your life on the spiritual sort of front, on the emotional sort of front, and you have a lot of understanding and mastery about your emotions, because Pisces are really, really emotional. They've got huge amounts of water within their Astroflower. And if you want to see your Astroflower, please go down in the links below just after you subscribed and click the bell. So you get more readings, and you're going to get the second reading, the clarification on this reading coming up on Sunday night. So you'll be able to see that on Sunday and Monday. So you've got that inner understanding, you've got that inner mastery, you've done the work. And the guides as well are backing up the universe. This is, you seem to be, that's probably why the Temperance card didn't turn up, because you seem to be in that timing. There is only just this little case of procrastination about cutting out that dead wood. It's difficult sometimes to leave a job to go to a better job, because you might know loads of people within that job that has fulfilled you in the past, but this new job will provide new challenges for you, new horizons that maybe it's be a good thing for you to get involved in and get moving on that sort of path. If you do, it's certainly going to bring you that sort of happiness at the end of it. The universe is an amazing place, of course, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about petal 8. So we got the 8 of Wands on the petal 8, and the 8 of Wands is basically, it's bringing together many different messages so you can understand the bigger scheme of things. And it's bringing it in with speed as well. So there's all these different wands contributing to that one star. And you've got that passion of Aries coming up through you here. And you've also got that passion leading up through this petal here and through this petal here. So you've got a lot of fire within you, Pisces. And I think it's a case of where you're in your subconscious, because you might not have come to your birthday, so you're just before it, she might still be sort of putting things into place. If that is the case for you, this is where the messages are coming in to help you put all these sort of things into place, how you want your perfect path in the future. As I say, you've already done a lot of the work over the past sort of 2 or 3 months, and your guides are sort of saying, if we put this and this and this together, this is what we can create. And you're going to have to be, if you're coming up to your birthday now, and this is all to do with the human rhythms as well in your life, certainly if you're 24, 33, 36 or 48, it's those moments where it's those pinnacle moments in life where you change chapters. And it seems to be, for anyone else, it's also just in the new year of how we make New Year resolutions, we should do that really on our birthday, not on the calendar New Year. You should do it on the New Year of our birthday. And that's what the universe is trying to sort of, or your guides and the universe collectively are trying to bring you into focus of that one plan. And you seem to be being sure about that future. And it's a case of now is how you apply it. And I think you're going to apply it with the sun. It's just pure happiness. In order for that sun to shine, though, you have to be honest and to be, make those calls, those justice calls, so converting ideas into reality. So you can live with pure happiness the future that you are supposed to be living on your karmic path. So it's looking really good for you, sort of, Pisces. It'd be interesting to see, because we're coming into just before the start of Aries, so you're coming through to the end of your season. So most of you probably already starting that journey already. And this is where the heads up comes in, and saying, don't forget to stick to the plan that you've made for this coming year. And so on the spiritual sort of front and the emotional front, you know yourself, you know your situation. And this should be a lot more secure within you. If your birthday is still coming up, it should be something that you're still working on, but you should be feeling a lot more happy about the situation that you are creating. On the physical side, on the material side, there's obviously changes to be made. That's what it appears to be like. If you want to live for happiness, that's what it appears to be like. So once you've subscribed and clicked that bell, so you'll get the notifications for the second part of this reading coming up, according to the sun's vibration as well. We will be clarifying that on the Sunday and the Monday. So in the meantime, Pisces, please do enjoy. And don't forget, life should be fun.